Hey guys, it's Sophie. I have an RU battle here for y'all. It's against Archchisel. I'm sure you know who he is. It's Archchisel9 is actually his full username. Or Ryland if you know him personally. You can check out his channel. He's legitimately, I think he's probably one of my favorite narrators. Like I would say number one. I'm trying to decide like number one or number two. It's kind of a toss-up, but he's number one or number two. And yeah, that pretty much means he's awesome. So please go check him out if you want to enjoy watching videos. This is the guy you should go to. I will link him in the description and stuff because yeah, that is our shizzle for you. Anyway, so I got my Stealth Rocks up, he switches out, gets a layer of spikes up, I don't really care, whatever, I have a rapid spinner, so it doesn't bother me. I decided to go for the flamethrower here because I went for the toxic first, because I assumed he would switch out there, and then I assumed he would stay in, thinking I'm going to keep predicting and whatnot, but no, he decides to predict that and switch out, so good play, bring in the Rhyperior there. And he gets his own Stealth Rocks up because I do not want to stay in to get Earthquaked because that would suck. I do not want to lose my Flareon that quickly. So I go into Slowking. I know this thing cannot do anything, so I get a free Nasty Plot up on his switch, which is going to prove extremely beneficial because Mandibuzz, oh my goodness, this is honestly one of my least favorite Pokemon in RU. I know people always bitch about Cress, but I hate Mandibuzz. Like, it never dies, honestly. And it just Toxic Stalls you to death. But anyway, I'm going to get that +2 Surf on it, and look how much that does. Oh, wow. That stab +2 from a Slowking, and this thing, I generally assume these things are physically bulky, so I'm assuming this one is especially bulky because that did nothing. Oh my gosh, Ryland. But anyway, he whirlwinds me into Fat Fuck, which is actually going to be great because I can outspeed and go for the Frustration, which is going to take this thing out, and it is just so satisfying killing that thing. But unfortunately that does mean he gets a free switch into Cofagrigus because I am locked into the normal move and cannot touch him. So I'm forced to switch into Ferroseed on the predicted Will-O-Wisp. I knew it was probably coming, but I do have Flareon to heal Bell if need be. And it's not like Ferroseed has the best attack anyway. So I'm not really planning on Gyro Balling anything in the first place. And because I just want my spikes up. So, even though there is residual damage, I'm not really bothered, to be honest. I get one layer of spikes up as he switches into Pimpanzee, his Primeape, and I do not want to take a close combat to the face, so I'm going to go straight into Claydol to take that, and I'm thinking I can take this very well, but it keeps going down, and that's a crit. So that sucks, because I would have liked to have my Claydol at a higher health, considering I want to be able to Rapid Spin his Spikes and Stealth Rocks whenever he gets them up, because that's going to hurt my Flareon and my It's pretty much, I just don't want those spikes up. So, I am going to go for the Rapid Spin here. He does predict that, goes into his Ferroseed to get some Iron Barb's damage off. I guess he doesn't predict it totally because he could have gone into Cofagrigus to spin block it, but either way, that's a good switch for him because I could not really touch that thing with Earth Power or Psychic. And now I'm going to go into my own Ferroseed, thinking he's going to go for the Leech Seed, not wanting anything else Leech Seeded, and this is a good situation for me because we're going to be going spikes back and forth, and he doesn't have anything to Rapid Spin my spikes away, but I have something to Rapid Spin his spikes away, so I'm feeling pretty good here because he may get 2 layers of spikes up, but I'm going to get all 3 layers of spikes up, plus I have Stealth Rocks up, so I'm feeling pretty good. So I get my last layer up, and now I'm going to go into Claydol to get the Rapid Spin off. He probably predicts that and goes into Primeape, or he switches into Primeape to close combat my Ferroseed. Either way, he's in a good position because he can U-turn. But I'm thinking at half health, I could live 1 U-turn, but yet again he crits me. This Primeape is getting crits everywhere. So, unfortunately, 2 crits are definitely going to take out my Claydol. I'm not able to Rapid Spin, which kind of does hurt me because I'm going to have those 2 layers of spikes. But I'm fine with 2 layers of spikes as long as he doesn't have Stealth Rocks up and the 3rd layer because, as you see, they're only going to be doing like, I think 30 or 40 damage to Purugly and, you know, not really much to anything else, so whatever. So I get the Retaliate off. It lives with not that much and gets a crit with Dragon Tail, so crits are being thrown everywhere this game. I don't even know. It's hacksy as hell. But that is very unfortunate, and it's unfortunate that the Retaliate, it did not take him out, as you're going to see here, because he gets to outspeed me, go for the rest, and I just went straight for the Surf, thinking he would be a dual screening type, because I think that's what my friend Dante runs, and I generally assume that, because I don't really see him gaining him much. So I'm just going to go for the surf, but I get my own crit on his rest, so that's going to be some nice extra damage. Like I said, crits being thrown everywhere. It was definitely a Haxie tournament match for sure. Which, by the way, I didn't mention this in the beginning, guys, but this was for my buddy Leo, aka 6 Foot Hack, so it was for his RU tournament. So yeah, that's kind of some backstory to this battle. Kind of irrelevant, but whatever. Gonna go for the surf, kind of just getting some safe damage on whatever. It would have done enough for that Meganium, where I think after... It would have done enough, but I'm just going to have to fodder out my Pharaoh Seed here. I know, even though it didn't get Leech Seed, it died to Burn, but I did not want anything else taking residual damage from Leech Seed. And I'm able to go into Flareon here and go for the Flamethrower. Now, he could have switched into Rhyperior to take it, but after 3 layers of spikes and rocks, and looking at the amount the Flamethrower did before, he did not want to take that extra damage. And also, he might have predicted me to over-predict again and go for the Toxic, so I just decided to be predictable that time, because in the beginning I was kind of going everywhere with trying to predict that, and that didn't work out for me, so I thought he would think that's where my mindset still was, but no, Yet again, gonna be predictable, gonna go straight for the Toxic, and I'm sorry for this little Skype pop-up that's gonna pop up again. I got called in the middle of screen recording, so that was pretty unfortunate. But as you see here, after I Toxic him, I decided to stay in just in case he wants to over-predict himself and go for something else, because I had protected, and I thought that he would think, wow, think. I thought that he would think that after seeing the Earthquake that I would switch out, but unfortunately he doesn't, which is actually fine because I did not feel like I needed my Flareon anymore now that his Pharaoh Seed was dead, and that this thing is almost dead after spikes and rocks, so I get to go into Slowking and get a free Nasty Pot off, which is going to be very good because I'm pretty much in a position here to sweep the rest of his team. So, I mean, I was definitely not worried at all because this thing is asleep and it's the only thing he really has to resist the surf. His Primate is going to outspeed and be able to U-turn me, but I mean, I am almost at full health, so I'm thinking I can take that, no problem. And he does go into it here, gets the Stealth Rocks and Spikes damage, goes for the U-turn, and it's going down and down and down, and that is a crit. So this thing critted me 3 times. I don't know, I think that was every single time it went for a move on me, it critted me. So that was pretty ridiculous. Hey Ryland, do you have like a scope lens on your Primate? Because that thing is just critting everywhere. Not very cool. So, unfortunately, that is going to mean that my Slowking is at very low health and could be taken out, but his Rhyperior cannot live a surf, even with Solid Rock, and this Copagrigus is also going to die to a surf. So, that is good game. I'm sorry you got swept by a Slowking again, Ryland. I know it's kind of the bane of your existence as of recently, but, you know, that's whatever. So, yeah, sorry for the Skype call again, guys. Thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for commenting. I really enjoy y'all's comments. Oh, and on the Mono Fat video, I know I asked y'all if you wanted to see more Mono Fat, and I think a lot of you said yeah, so hopefully I'll have a couple more battles for that. I'm not gonna overdo it too much, because, you know, everything gets boring after a while. Even though I'm sorry I do like so much RU, I just think a lot of people enjoy that. I enjoy it, and it's fun to upload. So, yeah, expect more RU and stuff in the future, and, you know, with other stuff mixed in as normal. So, I have definitely run into the black screen. So, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!